Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the first Family Necessities of March 2026. I'm the site's co-founder, Rebecca Mosley, and Rebecca Burbank is with us to discuss all the fun items we've discovered this past week in the world of Disney collectibles. Lots going on, Becca.
So much is going on. We've got Flower and Garden, and we've got Plush, and we've got Formula One, and it's just like, oh my goodness, Winnie the Pooh.
Quite the variety, but we're going to get started off with the cute and the cuddly.
Yes. Yeah, the international arrivals at Disney Store. So we got stuff from coming soon. These are not available yet, but coming soon from Disney Store China, Disney Store Japan, and Hong Kong Disneyland. Isn't that so sweet? Like, I gotta love Flower, right?
Yeah, it's nice to see this kind of different dynamic regarding the plush. They're a little fluffier, a little more
Character.
Yeah, I guess so. It's not quite as clean edges. These little flower plush, I know we've seen on shelves at the parks. And now they are popping up at they'll pop up at Disney Store. But I had to share because look at how they looked on the shelves there in
It's so sweet.
Walt Disney World. Yeah. So
And a rainbow of colors.
yeah, so bright and adorable. You're looking at a stem is $16.99. They have Chip and Dale, Stitch was represented, the classic characters along with Lotso Bear. So quite a fun little collection of Tsum Tsum. It's another way to bring Tsum Tsums home.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's perfect for like Easter too. Like just a cute thing to stick in an Easter basket or a giveaway as like little favors or prize, for winning the Easter egg hunt.
We're getting ready to go on a cruise, and I was thinking these would be a cute little like room gift that they could have done, set a few of these up in a little vase when you're in your, pop in your room and you've got this nice little display. Austin coming in and saying nice flowers, and Fred Ramirez saying happy Women's History Month. Thank you. The Minnie Mouse floral is out in front of the Disneyland Resort, and later this week they're launching a new tour, and we're going to be bringing you our coverage of that later this week. So yeah, some exciting stuff from that world of Disney this Women's History Month. And right now I'm going to show you Daisy.
Yeah, this is going to be, I think this is Disney Store China are these characters. So this is it. Yeah. Daisy, Donald, and Goofy, and they can stand on their own. So they have movable arms for posing, but then they're also like, and they can stand. So there is going to be like, I think this is not quite like a Nuimo, right. And obviously Disney Store China is different than Disney Store Japan. They have their own unique things, but you will have like, there's a little bit of that articulation there, so you can have a little bit of fun with this.
I like the ability to pose them, and I also love that we're seeing some of the items that previously were only available across the sea. Popping up over here at Disney Store US, like these adorable. I'm guessing are these also from China, or are these from Japan?
These are from Japan. They're Bear Day plush from Disney Store Japan. So they had a bear day and everybody's dressed as a bear.
Wow. Okay. And you've even got little keychain items as well. We don't have pricing on these because they have not yet dropped. But we wanted to make sure that you knew that coming at the kind of towards the end of the month, last week of the month, we've got some international plush making their way over to Disney Store. Another drop coming, this one comes March 12th, is a limited edition doll set celebrating Moana.
Yeah, Moana. I think Moana and Moana 2. How fun is this? This is her sister, whose name is completely escaping me right now.
Okay.
But yeah, Moana and her sister, and it's a limited edition doll set. And I love these photos. There's just so much detail there. Um,
In our write-up, it talks about how they pulled the models directly from the digital work that was done for the film. So these are true to screen. And I like how more dolls nowadays you have greater points of articulation. So here
yeah,
you can
not
see
just
the wrist and the elbow, not only at the shoulder, right? Or bent, or always just bent and moving
yep.
around. Exactly. So we have these two are highly limited, a set of only 2,700 total. They're going to drop March 12th. And I'll be honest, Moana has proven quite popular.
Oh yeah.
She gets quite the pop when she appears in Disney World's Fantasmic, and when we went to Disney on Ice, the crowd really responded to her as well. So if you are not on that Moana train yet, don't miss out. Be sure to stop by Disney Store bright and early, March 12th, to take a peek at this limited edition doll set with lots of neat details connected to the stories that were told in Moana and Moana 2, her various adventures, the gift her sister gives her. So nice variety of accessories accompanying these two beautiful dolls. Moving over to away from toys and into the world of personal accessories, we've got some new purses.
Yes, I think it's Bagu. Bagu. I'm not entirely sure how we say this, but there's a new 30 piece Mickey and Friends collection, and there are 3 Disney Store exclusive designs. These will be available tomorrow at Disney Store. Oh, I thought it was okay. Our article says 10 a.m. Pacific, so I had that wrong. But yeah, it'll be coming a little bit later than the usual drops, but 3 exclusive designs. And I was not familiar with this brand prior to this article, but
Yeah.
I like these styles. I like the simplicity of it, and you always are good with a just a simple shoulder bag.
Yeah.
So this is cute. I'm looking forward to this.
I like the contrasting piping on the way that they've done the Mickey and Minnie. And I too was not familiar with this brand, but many of my peers, I noticed when this first popped up on socials, were all over it with a lot of excitement. So if you have your heart set on these, pop by Disney Store with that drop and make sure to claim yours. I'm whenever a new brand collaboration appears, it's fun to see kind of how that goes. Is it something that pops out as quickly as the Harveys?
Right.
Harveys just disappear in a snap. So it'll be interesting to see how the pacing on these goes. Speaking of, we have an article on the site right now because Disney has made some changes to their pin dynamics as they continue to try and adapt their sales to improve access beyond kind of that reseller dynamic to make it as kind of an even accessibility as they can. So be sure to check that out. I was looking at socials today, Becca, and the line to get into the Disney parks, because it's Pin Tuesday, was enormous. It was quite an impressive scenario to see, and I was wishing I was there because I would have liked to have seen kind of how everything played out once the gates opened, because this was on the harbor side. So I was like, well, what's going on the other side? And then once the gates open, how's that all, because it's always so challenging when it comes to high demand limited edition items when anytime, not just Disney. Anybody, it can be a very challenging to navigate. And then when it comes to Disney, you're on top of that guest access to the parks and a theme park environment and all that added to it. So yeah, so that was one of those FOMO moments for me, and not because I wanted the PIDs,
Right, but
I want to see the logistics.
yes, yes.
So logistics person. Animal Kingdoms Dinosaur is closed, but souvenirs are still available.
Yeah, which is always fun. It's always nice to look over the dinosaur merchandise. Love that we still can do these like hand puppets.
Yeah, my son made sure to grab the items that he really wanted when we were there last time, and I'm not seeing some of those here, so I'm glad we did. But I mean, if you want a time rover, you can still pick one of those up. This is one of those remote control where you just have a couple of buttons rather than a joystick or dynamic. So you push one of them is a forward and backward, the other one is your left and right, and so it's not too terribly complicated to drive around. You'll need AA batteries, you'll need AAA batteries. So, be at the ready with that when you pick them up. But a nice variety of dinosaurs available. The Carnotaur that would follow you and be
right.
horrifying is available for purchase, as are various others. I'm sure my son could name every single dinosaur here.
Yeah, I don't know my dinosaur species by any means.
They renamed some of them since I was little.
Really?
So yeah, so they don't even have like the same names as they did when I was younger. But yeah, so there you go. Dinosaur items still available at Animal Kingdom, even though the attraction is closed. Out here, Disneyland 70th celebration is ongoing, and Tops cards are kind of the latest aspect of fun when it comes to that celebration. What can you tell us about this new offer from Tops, Becca?
Well, first of all, it's sold out at Disney Store. So
Wow, okay.
it's possible you might still be able to get it at Disneyland or at some of the parks. But this is the 70th anniversary collector set. And I was surprised by this because it's just the case of cards. You're not buying individual packs. It's $150. And so you can only get the one, like, there's no way around it. You're going to get 150 cards, and there's 4 subsets highlighting different artwork from the park through the history of the resort. But I like the concept, but I've never been a card collector, so I don't fully get the appeal of wanting to spend $150 on cards. Are you a card collector?
Okay, so I am not a blind box fan. So I was a card collector back in what I think is now kind of the junk era when it comes to collectability on Topps cards, because I would just go and buy the full set. It'd be like 1987 Topps set, and it'd be, and I would have it. But that's not how cards are sold, it seems now. There is this blind box element, and on top of the notion of you're not quite sure what's in your box, they've also got this grand prize thing going on, Becca. Inside packs of the Topps cards, there's a magical grand prize.
Ooh.
And so there's this special insert, and it's for a 3-night, 4-day vacation, round trip airfare, concierge stay, level stay, park hopper tickets, an $800 gift card, reserve seating for World of Color. Yeah, and so what happens is when you open your packs, you're going to find a card, and then you scratch it off, and then you put the code in the form below, and then you may or may not win. Not wild?
Yeah, but here's hoping.
And the ARV, the redemption value on that prize. So it's a 3-night, 4-day vacation with airfare. $9,400.
Wow.
Amazing, huh?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
so there you go. That was something I stumbled on when I was trying to learn more about the Disneyland 70th Topps, because what caught my eye regarding it is the way that they're doing the base set. The base set is an homage to the red and white light bulbs there on Main Street, where you have the one that's then half. which, by the way,
Yes.
from all accounts, this isn't an opening day. It does not appear to trace its roots back to an opening day tradition. It seems to have been something that came about over time. But I love the idea that your Topps cards base sets, you have your red set, and then you have your white or your iconic half and half red and white. And I was trying to find, an example of that online. I haven't been able to find one yet. So I'll keep searching, and maybe I'll report back later. But within this, they have autograph cards where you might find a Tim Allen, because he's the voice of Buzz Lightyear, or Margaret Carey, who was the model for Tinkerbell. Among the autographs cards in the collection. So interesting variety of themes within the set. Be sure to check out our article, and you can learn more about the 4 subsets with this Topps cards. And we'll be sure to ask Mike Celestino to check out the parks the next time he's there and see if he can spot some, because he did on his last trip. So we'll see if there's still some later on as well. Oh, yes. I see. Becca's got the.
Well, that's one with a there's an autographed photo in.
Cool. Okay, we can pull up the autographed photo. Okay, so here's some of the attraction ones, some concept art that they've got as well. So I like the timeline. We got a reference to some food. Brett's signature, because he is one of the voices of Mickey Mouse at this point. So probably maybe the voice of Mickey in this particular show. That would make sense. So Topps cards, they're cool. I kind of collect cards, but it's been a minute since I've gathered any myself. But for a while there, I was quite the collector.
Well, and I will say, I like that these obviously are physical cards. I know Topps has kind of transitioned some of their products into like the digital cards and digital exclusives.
Oh, now that I do.
So it's nice that there's still a, like, you can have something tangible to add to your collection. So,
in fact, Disney Topps recently relaunched their app. So they've made some changes to the interface on it. See, I haven't even downloaded mine yet. It's been a little while.
It's been a while.
I have to upload. I have to download the updated version to the Topps app. I'm now in 3 different ones when it comes to digital trading cards with Topps. I do the Star Wars, I do the Disney, and I do the WWE as well. So yeah, but the Disney one is a lot of fun. And Star Wars is okay, but I think the Disney one, I have more fun with the Disney digital trading cards than I do the Star Wars. And really pretty art. So if you haven't taken a look at the digital app, maybe we'll talk more about that next week, and I can share a little bit more about what that dynamic is like. Shoes, new shoes for princess lovers.
Yeah, so Disney Princess Half Marathon Weekend took place this past weekend, and people were at Walt Disney World running the half marathon, the 10K, and the 5K. But Brooks and Run Disney have had a collaboration for a little while now, and for this princess race, they introduced 3 new styles. So we have my 3 favorite princesses. We've got Rapunzel, Belle, and Moana. So Kyle's like, wow, they really got you on this one. Now, these are not yet available through the Brooks site. They were available over the weekend at the expo. I've seen some online selling for like $350 on Poshmark and Mercari. Maybe you hold out until they make their way to the Brooks website. But yeah, I think this is pretty cool, and I like how unique each princess design is. Especially Kyle likes the Moana one, and I think I do too.
Interesting.
I love the little tassels there.
The tassels.
And yeah, like the ombre wave almost under the shoe. I think that would be the one that that would probably go best with everything that I have in my wardrobe. So this would be the one that I would probably choose if I were to purchase a pair.
I desperately want the Rapunzel. I love the way that the shoelace looks like her braided hair.
Yes.
It's got the flowers along the tongue there of the shoe. I like the yellow flecks in the sole that makes it look kind of like the lanterns.
Yeah.
Pascal, the Corona. The Rapunzel is the ghost shoe, which is not my favorite of the Brooks. I prefer I have to look at my shoe. I'm wearing Brooks right now. I'm like, oh, which one is it that I'm wearing?
Yeah, I get
Adrenaline.
Okay.
I'm wearing, but unfortunately, because of my prosthetic, I have to have a 2E when it comes to, in order to fit the device, and these are not going to be available for me. However, I may have to get a pair anyway, just so we'll see. Because sometimes I'm not always wearing. No, that's not true. I wear it all the time now. My it is now my leg.
Oh.
So I'll just wait patiently and hope that eventually some of these will be available in that wider size. But yeah, the Rapunzel is most definitely my favorite. The Belle is the least charming of the designs.
I feel like I would be more inclined to wear this over the Rapunzel, again, just because of color and wardrobe. But in terms of design, I think Rapunzel's a more interesting shoe. I do love that rose, though. Like, that is calling back to, like, my childhood and, like, the coloring books and stuff that I had with Belle. Like, it's so perfect.
I do like the cameo aspect on the tongue there.
Yes.
That is a sweet nod to kind of, it feels almost like a reflection in a mirror.
Yeah.
And then to have that bell jar with the rose right there on the toe, also lovely. So, but yeah, I will argue for Rapunzel as far as overall design.
Okay.
I will argue for that one, but I appreciate the nautical, the bubbles.
Yeah.
On the Moana. So yeah, they've done a great. These are so much nicer than like what we originally it would be. It would be like that. Just look, it's a shoe that has the color scheme of Mickey.
Right.
Like going deeper, embellishing. I know with the Chippendale, we had the fuzziness of the characters and stuff. So Brooks is really leaning in to the Disney characters and aspects of their appearance beyond color, and I do really like that. Continuing with kind of wardrobe and bringing Disney into your wardrobe, Lily Pulitzer has a throwback line.
A throwback line, exactly. And we were, Luke was there at Disney Springs to check out the display in person on launch day. Some of the items are also available at Disney Store, and the full collection is available through the Lily Pulitzer website as well. So they've done the Lily Loves Disney collection. We've seen lots of like bright colors, and she kind of goes for that like neon look. This is a little bit more subdued, still very, I guess vibrant is probably the best way to describe it. But I think these are actually really, really cute. I think this might be one of my favorite iterations of Mickey Mouse on a Lily Pulitzer collection.
I like the choices of green and pink.
Yeah.
That we see, and then the daisies down the center of this mod dress.
Yes, it's a very pleasing silhouette.
Yeah, 100%. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of that of the choices here. So I'll be honest, the Mickey is not my favorite. I'm a more modern Mickey fan. So it's not, his look itself is not as appealing to me as it would be if it was the Mickey from like the 70s.
Sure.
Then I'd really be diving in. But it fits with what the other elements of the design. It's not a jarring contrast among eras, I guess, when I'm looking at it. But beautiful colors. So if you are a fan of Lily, like Becca pointed out, take a look at Disney Store. If you don't see, and then make sure if you want to see the full collection, also take a look at Lilly Pulitzer, because some of the items may have be popping up over there and may not be at the Disney Store. So,
are you still on the article for Laughing Place?
I am.
Can you go to the very next photo?
Yes.
There
no,
we go.
I hadn't seen this.
Yes. So that is a shirt made for men. So Luke got to try that on, and I believe he got to go home with that. But there you go. Lilly Pulitzer even looks great on guys. Luke looks like he's just having a great time there.
Great looking shirt on him.
I know. So I just want to make sure we got our own model in there.
Oh no, that's right. I'm so glad that you mentioned that, because I hadn't seen Nikki B with the throwback reference. Looks good today.
Yes, it looks real. Yes.
Yes, very much so. Oh, awesome. Oh, okay, so there you go. And now you get an idea of the colors too.
Yes.
You can see how it pops against Luke, who is not the most he's like a pale, very, very he's not like an olivey skin. He's
right.
He's even though he's in Florida, not terribly sun-kissed face.
I've never been able to look sun-kissed, and I lived in Florida for 4 years. So
no, that's
the best would be just that tiny little like tint.
Yeah, that's my sister's that way as well. Very, very pale complexion. So it's either pale or sunburnt.
Right.
There's not very much in between there. So, man, I love the colors of this store. I want all of it. Every time I walk by, it is so bright and colorful. And that's what I appreciate in my wardrobe. Next up, we have some Winnie the Pooh merchandise.
Yes, and this is from, I believe, the other side of the pond. This is collection is part of the I'm totally spacing on it, the King's Trust and George at Asda. I'm not quite sure. I haven't shopped this before, but this was a 13-piece fashion collection inspired by Winnie the Pooh, and in celebration of International Women's Day, Walt Disney Company, King's Trust, and George at Asda partnered to offer 11 young people a chance to design a limited edition Winnie the Pooh inspired fashion line. And then, of course, there's some financial donations as well. But yeah, this collection is in select Asda stores and online at george.com. So it's going to be overseas. I'm not sure how the shipping is internationally, but I do think this is worth looking at, because this is a really I like the colors that they went with. It's different than what I'm thinking for Winnie the Pooh, and it's also more playful than I would have expected. Playful and not sometimes Winnie the Pooh, we almost go baby, I feel, and this is no, we're gonna it's much more playful.
I agree. And I love the various phrases on it. A do nothing kind of day. Yeah. When earlier said that, I'm special. It was a phrase regarding what makes me is special.
Yes.
So, and a Goofy shirt where they have all making funny faces and celebrating the importance of spending time together. So really leaning into those things that we love about Winnie the Pooh, the companionship, and the being strong, even though you may be a bear of very little brain.
Right.
So yeah, those are beautiful. Yeah. Yes. So you can read all about that on Laughing Place. During his latest Disneyland adventures, Mike Celestino's budget took a hit because they have some Arabesh on t-shirts, and Mike is a sucker for Arabesh. I know he sent me pictures, but Black Spire Outpost, some new gear dropped out there, and it features a lot of Arabesh. So here you have Batu on the shoulder placket, Black Spire Outpost along the other side. I think that might be the one that he came home in.
Whether or not he did, that's the one that is my favorite out of this collection.
So yeah, Black Spire Outpost here in Arabesh, and I am very disturbed that I just looked at it and knew that.
And knew what it was.
It's getting there. My Arabesh reading is getting better and better all the time. I do like the fact that they're leaning into kind of a skyline nature.
Yeah.
For Black Spire Outpost with this particular line. I might have to pick up a cap because I do not have a Batu cap yet, and I like it with the skyline.
I like the back of this shirt
with the Arabesh in the collar.
Well, that's yeah.
No, the true back. Oh wow,
Millennium Falcon, nice. Anytime, any place.
Oh, that is sweet. The Falcon says Black Spire Outpost in readable English to everybody, and then underneath that is the Arabesh Batu.
Yep.
Which that one, come on, it's got the repeated at the end. So you
right. So yeah.
So these all popped up at Disneyland. Oh, they have that Falcon graphic as a hat. So let's see. So we can go back.
Oh well, that's even.
See,
yeah.
So it's like coming out over the city, and then see it's over there. You can see it on the. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I might have to. Might have to ask somebody to grab that for us.
Yeah, might have to do that. Continuing in the world of Star Wars, the team over at Rock Love Jewelry has dropped a hint in their socials that Friday they are doing an extremely limited run. My suspicion is what this will be is, and this is total conjecture based upon the language of the social, is that this will be kind of a pre-order dynamic. So they're going to open it up, announce what the items are on this March 6th, and then come back with more information about it. But what they've done is crafted a beautiful leather strap bracelet where the clasp is a lightsaber hilt. And so you have the launch is coming March 6th, as she says, limited quantities, never to be restocked. And we've got Obi-Wan Kenobi, so that blue with the hilt. We have Darth Vader, so red with the hilt. Luke, green with the hilt. Leia, blue with the hilt. And Ahsoka, white with that hilt. And finally, the Darksaber. So black with the hilt of the dark. Which of these, Becca, like catches your eye? Is it Leia?
I mean, Leia's great. I do like that one, or maybe Obi-Wan Kenobi. But I'm always like, the blue always speaks to me.
Yeah. See, for me, it was this one.
The Luke.
I was like the classic Luke Skywalker, because I will never forget the moment when that green saber showed up. And you're just like, yeah, okay, now we're talking. Yeah. So
I look at these one. And they remind me of bracelets that I had as a kid that were pens. Did you have those?
Yes. Oh, it's so funny. I just saw those on socials the other day. Somebody shared a picture of what it is like. How many of you instantly flash back to, elementary school or junior high with this? It was like, yes, I remember those. Oh, those were fun. And if you need more Star Wars adventures in your life, I really recommend that you find the ESPN Never Tell Me the Odds podcast. I got the impression today that they are together to record an episode. Clinton Yates is ESPN Radio, and he had on Ryan McGee, and they were talking about Lego Star Wars because those new smart bricks dropped. And this trio got invited to Vegas. And they turned the sphere into a Lego Death Star. And these guys got to sit inside a full-size X-Wing fighter made of Lego and do a trench run and then they got to watch in front of them as the sphere, as the Death Star would blow up.
That is awesome.
So cool. They did a podcast about that. But like I say, they were together today out at Bristol. I caught a little bit of it on ESPN Radio, and wanted to let all of you know. But I also wanted to point out, and I'm so frustrated, I'm going to have to write Clinton Yates, the gentleman in the middle. I can't find that shirt, and I love it. It's a
Oh.
long sleeved Scarif beach. You can see the palm trees. You can see the Death Star in the background. I like the stripes. You've got the silhouette of an AT-AT there. I mean, I love this shirt, and I can't find it. Arda, the guy on the left there, he with the blue kicks, he is wearing an homage sweatshirt. See, that's part of the collab that they did, right? So this is the Rebuilds Alliance. They did all sorts of fun collabs between like the Star Wars and NFL together. So you get to see like Luke and Leia carrying footballs. It's wild stuff. Even if you're not picking it up, you have to go check out their website just to see some of the images because it's hysterical. Meanwhile, Ryan, I found his. He's got this beautiful, it's a version of the New Hope poster, but it's stained glass.
Ooh.
And I found it a Fifth Sun. It seems to be a Fifth Sun shirt. And they've got it over at Kohl's. I found a version of it over at Kohl's. So, but the colors on it are so vibrant. I mean, it looks so good. It caught my eye when he was sitting there talking about Star Wars. So wanted to suggest, and you can see in the background, Never Tell Me the Odds. You can find it where you find your favorite podcasts, or if you have the ESPN app, you can look for it there, and it'll pop up when that episode that I presume they're recording today drops. That's just me guessing based on some of the stuff they were saying today. But Becca, with that, I have a new feature for you.
Ooh.
So our guys our team, which is mostly guys, are constantly here, there, and everywhere. And I asked Tony, who went on a cruise, to share with us a little bit of his adventure cruising. And so I'm going to see. I'm not sure if I can share this with us showing. So if we disappear, we'll be back. It's just about a little 2-minute thing. And this is from our friend Tony.
Avid Disney cruisers know that Disney Cruise Line is a beast all its own when it comes to retail. So, while we were there, my wife and I found many pieces of merchandise that would surely take Tony's money! Aboard the Disney Dream, we came across some of the finer things in Disney life with Pandora jewelry and Dooney and Burke items. Yeah, you saw that right. A 40% Dooney discount that could also be stacked, making those particular items very dangerous for my wallet via my wife. Standard Disney Cruise Line logo garb was also available, including logo branded ears and ears representing this particular ship, the Disney Dream.
It's a deeper contrast, but I love the logo in it.
Everybody loves pins, except us, apparently, because we didn't get any. Now, could a Bluey Squishmallow plush be purchased? After all, that's why we were on board, and check out Laughing Place for more coverage and the full shows. But no, it would be another dog that got our attention. From that charming commercial that stabs the heart of anyone who's been aboard a Disney Cruise Line voyage, or even wants to, comes Evie. The plush towel animal form is one of the latest exclusive offerings on board and is in such high demand that they don't even put her out on sale on the first day. Not to mention, she is ridiculously adorable, scanning that charge right back to the room, taking my money instantly. From the Disney Dream to our home, Evie was instantly ready to take Tony's money.
So there you go, the inaugural edition of Take Tony's Money.
That was awesome.
Oh man, okay. So here's the thing. I am so grateful to Tony. That was way too much fun. I'm gonna have to learn how to better utilize that offering, because I want to go back and like look and talk with you about those ears.
Those ears were beautiful.
Aren't they beautiful? Morgan, his wife, was looking at them. I'm like, you are totally right. And I'm already realizing that Evie is going to make her way home with us when we take our cruise as well. Because take Rebecca's money too. So yeah. Thank you, Tony. I'm hoping that we will start to see more segments like that. I would like to have you guys learn about what kinds of things Luke is bringing home during his adventures, or Mike Celestino. Some of the things that Becca and I end up shopping for within that world of Disney, even though for us it's not off of park shelves as much as those guys. But I know that we end up adding to our Disney collection on the regular. So we thought it'd be fun this year to bring a little bit more of our personal collecting side to the show. I like how Kyle comes in as a longtime viewer and sometime co-host, Morgan Betty. Very true. Very true. With that, Becca, we are going to have the shopping list.
Yes. So the Tuesday pin drop today. I know most of the stuff has sold out. It's been popular. Now on the new pin releases, you're required to log into your account. That's one of the steps that Disney Store is taking. So you have to have an account. You have to be logged in order to be able to purchase, which I'm guessing means you can't do a guest checkout. So it's just adding that extra layer there. And then, you can check out the pins that were released today, even though most of them are not available. We've also got the weekly Disney Store roundup, everything that's new this week. We talked about some of the Disney Store, the international arrivals, Disney Store Japan plush, but there's also a cat plush, 3 cat plush actually. We've got Marie, we've got Lucifer, and we've got Figaro, and then there are keychains as well. So those are available right now. Tomorrow we're going to have the Flower and Garden collection available at Disney Store. Usually this is much more limited to what's available at Epcot, but still a great chance to get some of the stuff that you might not be able to get if you're not heading to the parks. And then Hoppers, there's a small selection of items available at Disney Store. This is the new Pixar film debuting this weekend. And then Crocs, there's some Mickey Mouse bags and totes. Pat has a new swimwear collection. We just wrote about it today. Maybe we'll dive into that a little bit more next week. Formula One and Disney are continuing their partnership with a new Fuel the Magic campaign. So there's going to be some new merchandise, some new pop-up experiences, lots to check out there. Disneyland, we have photos of the sports jerseys, variety of sports jerseys, character themed, very, very fun. And then Princess Diaries, I think it's going to be 25 this year because my sister's going to be 25 and we saw this movie like a week and a half after she was born. So Funko Pop, there's some Mia Thermopolis Funko Pops available for pre-order, which will be released this summer. So
wow. Okay.
Here you go.
Oh, lots going on. As always, stay tuned to Laughing Plays to keep on top of all things Disney. Later on this evening, we have Disney Trivia Live happening. You can compete head-to-head with fellow Disney fans showing off your Disney trivia knowledge. So we invite you to stop back by this YouTube channel at that time. If you enjoy sports, I would like to recommend tonight's ESPN presentation of TGL Golf, because we're getting into the playoffs. This is like important. You have to win or you go home. I will give you the tip. I enjoy the second half of the gameplay much more than the first half. Second half is when you deal singles. So that's like the back nine when it comes to the presentation of TGL. So if you haven't given it a shot, I would invite you to check it out this evening, because it'll be some more intense competition, because Jupiter Lynx needs to win in order to make it into the playoffs. So, yeah. Let's see, Becca, anything in particular you want? I know you brought up the shopping list, but anything else you want to highlight before we sign off? I know you have all kinds of things happening in your world.
Nothing's.
What's Rigby been up to?
I will say, I think we talked about it previously on here. Ravensburger has a design your own puzzle, and Kyle got me one for our anniversary, and it came in a large box, 1,000-piece puzzle, beautiful pieces. They're still doing that, but I just ordered one couple weeks ago, or last 2 weeks ago, with some photos from the running from Yeti races that I've been working with, and still beautiful Ravensburger puzzle and everything, but the pieces are a little bit smaller. They're not quite the same signature thickness or the signature matte finish, and the box is a little bit smaller. The puzzle is still about the same size. I'm thinking it might have to do with the first time we got it was it was shipped from Germany. This is actually made here in the United States, or at least it's pressed in the United States. So just something to think about. Still excellent quality. I feel like it was worth the $50 all in for what I spent. I got a custom box, but just something to point out is that there might be some changes to things that you're purchasing from brands that we love, and doesn't mean that it's a bad thing, just a different.
And you mentioning that this came from within the U.S. makes me wonder if there was some dynamics regarding adjusting the sizing for like shipping costs, and reducing the weight. The tiniest bit could, be you get into those tiers where you just this much more, and you end up in a much more expensive shipping category or something.
Right.
So very, very interesting to know that they have made some of those changes, and I'm glad that you know that, because not something I was aware of, nor would I have had the comparison.
Well, it just happened that we've got 2 custom puzzles within like six months of each other. And it's still, the Ravensburger puzzle pieces are fantastic. Like the quality of the piece, the quality of the photographs, I have no complaints. Just noticed that it's a little bit different from what we had a couple months ago. So,
well, we hope that you all will be back at 7:30 for Disney Trivia Live. And if you enjoyed this stream, please hit that like button. We appreciate it. It helps other people find us as well. With that, we'll say farewell until next time. Bye.